Now, joining us to discuss why so many Africans are willing to risk their lives to reach Europe is Nii Akuetteh, the former Executive Director of Africa Action. Thank you so much and welcome back to the show.
My pleasure.
You know, is this a situation that has become more dire over the years, or is this just something we're hearing more and more about?
I think it's become more dire because one of the big push factors is what happened in Libya. Libya is a big, sparse country. A lot of Africans went there to work, but then with the revolution that got rid of Colonel Gaddafi, and then the country hasn't been able to secure the situation. Also, these migrants from Africa, a lot of them were blamed for being allies of Colonel Gaddafi. So in trying to escape and not wanting to go back to the poor countries that they came from, many of them, it was natural for them to head to Europe, and they make deals with traffickers who promise to get them there, but the boats in which they go are very leaky. So I do think that this is not just a matter of better publicity, but it has become particularly bad since the regime in Libya collapsed.
Obviously, this has also become logistically more dangerous. We're hearing about, as you said, these boats are not very good. People are dying along the way just to get there. Do you think that will have any impact in maybe preventing people from making that journey?
That is a good question. You know, there's been a reaction. I've actually been surprised at the opinion leaders in Europe. I mean, newspapers, the Pope, Mr. Barroso, the president of the European Commission, they have all reacted. They have gone to Lampedusa or made speeches. The European Union said they will give more money. The Italian government has actually tripled the rescue missions to look for these boats. So on the European side, it looks like consciences have been pricked and they are looking at it. But the factors that push these people to leave Africa, those are more entrenched and those are more difficult. And also people's mindset as that conditions in Europe are wonderful, much more than they really are. So it's very difficult to dissuade them. But I do think there will be some effort on the African part to publicize these stories. But the greater effort, I think, lies in Europe.
But it's also gotten much harder to immigrate to Europe. I mean, it's hard. The EU does not make it very easy for people to come there at all. It's only gotten harder.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, I mean, the thing that I think right now, if you read the papers, you see more positive reaction from European leaders and newspapers than I would have expected. But I'm not sanguine because I think European public opinion, the voters in Europe, are very antagonistic towards immigration, especially from Africa. So I expect a blowback from European voters to say, no, I mean, Europe hasn't been doing too well. The Great Recession hit Europe harder than it hit America or even Africa. So Europeans, Italy, Greece, they are all suffering. So I think their peoples are not going to be happy that Europe will roll out the welcome mat.
So what's an alternative here? Where is there a safe place for these people who want to leave to go maybe another place in Africa instead of making that treacherous journey to Europe?
There are a few countries that are doing better than others, you know, but everywhere you go, the locals sort of resent it. I mean, I see this all over the world. I mean, when I was reading about Italy and these people crossing the Mediterranean, what came to my mind was the situation in Australia. What came to my mind, even the United States, where the immigration bill is stuck because powerful forces don't want to do it. So yes, technically, yes, there are better places to move to, but in every place there are people who resent that. So it seems to me these African countries need help to improve conditions in their own countries. But number one, these things are difficult to do and they will take a long time. So the quick reaction will be what the Europeans are doing and any deals that they might cut with the African governments and the African Union.
All right, Nii Akuetteh, we appreciate your time as always. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.